Khamzat Chimaev is finally in the U.S., training for the biggest fight of his life. And with his arrival, he just crushed a rumor that's followed him for years. This changes everything before UFC 319. For years, there has been persistent speculation that Khamzat Chimaev faced difficulties entering the United States, which many attributed to alleged political associations, specifically his perceived ties to controversial Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov. These rumors intensified when Chimaev fought exclusively in Abu Dhabi and other international locations after 2022, leading fans and analysts to believe that visa or travel restrictions were limiting his UFC opportunities in the U.S. However, that narrative has now been clearly disproven. Chimaev has successfully entered the U.S. and is currently in Los Angeles, as confirmed by multiple social media posts, including an Instagram story showing him clearing customs at LAX airport and another video of him arriving in California. This not only signals his full participation in the UFC 319 media and Fight Week events, but also puts an end to years of speculation surrounding his travel status. Furthermore, Chimaev had previously denied these rumors himself, citing injuries and illness as the primary reasons for his inactivity in the U.S. fight scene. His presence in the U.S. now validates those claims and reinforces that logistical or political hurdles are no longer a barrier. With the visa issue out of the way, fans can now focus solely on what he brings to the octagon against Dricus du Plessis. If you're enjoying the update, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to MMA Thread. We drop fresh UFC news 3 times every day, so you never miss a beat. Khamzat Chimaev is making it clear that he's leaving nothing to chance ahead of the most important fight of his career. For his long-awaited UFC title opportunity at UFC 319 against reigning middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis, Chimaev has taken his preparation to a new level, opting to train at an Olympic-level facility in the United States. This decision to base the final stage of his training camp in Los Angeles, specifically at a location designed for world-class athletes, shows a new level of seriousness and professionalism from the undefeated contender. Olympic training centers are known for their state-of-the-art equipment, recovery technology, and elite coaching, which indicates Chimaev is focused on maximizing every element of his performance, from strength and conditioning to cardio, nutrition, and technique. In previous camps, Chimaev often split time between Sweden and Dubai or trained in less structured environments. Now, with a UFC belt on the line, he's showing a level of dedication that matches the stakes. The intensity of his camp also reflects the challenge in front of him. Dricus du Plessis, the current champion, is known for his relentless pressure, unconventional striking, and physical toughness. Chimaev will need to be at his absolute best to maintain his perfect record and dethrone one of the most battle-tested fighters in the division. Additionally, training in the U.S. provides Chimaev with easier access to top-level sparring partners, American sports science professionals, and allows him to stay closer to UFC media obligations, all while acclimating to the time zone and environment where the fight will take place. This also allows the UFC to better promote the event with both fighters present in the lead-up, a smart strategic move by Chimaev and his team. All signs point to Chimaev being physically ready, mentally focused, and logistically positioned for the biggest fight of his life. For fans who have waited years to see him in a title bout, it looks like Borz is preparing to deliver his best version yet at UFC 319. As UFC 319 approaches, Khamzat Chimaev has officially entered the UFC's pound-for-pound rankings, a major career milestone and a clear recognition of his dominance across multiple weight classes. Initially debuting at number 15, Chimaev has already climbed to number 14 following a shakeup caused by Jon Jones' removal due to retirement and Charles Oliveira's recent loss at UFC 317. This entry into the UFC's most prestigious ranking list is particularly significant because the pound-for-pound list doesn't just reflect success within a fighter's division. It showcases the most elite and universally dangerous fighters in the entire sport, regardless of weight class. To be included, a fighter must show an exceptional level of skill, dominance, and consistency, often across different styles and opponents. For Chimaev, who has remained undefeated with a 13-0 professional record and wins in both the welterweight and middleweight divisions. This honor is both well-earned and long-awaited. His rise has been nothing short of meteoric. Since making his UFC debut in 2020, Chimaev has defeated a mix of ranked contenders and former title challengers, including a brutal domination of Kevin Holland and a narrow but hard-fought win over Gilbert Burns. What separates Chimaev is not just his undefeated record, but the manner in which he wins. Overwhelming pressure, suffocating grappling, and explosive finishing ability. His reputation as a wrecking force inside the octagon has generated massive fan hype and made him one of the UFC's most feared rising stars. The timing of his pound-for-pound debut adds even more anticipation to his upcoming title fight. His opponent, Dricus Plessis, is already ranked at number 4 pound-for-pound, which sets up a dramatic clash between two of the highest-ranked fighters in the organization. If Chimaev manages to win and capture the middleweight title, his ranking will likely skyrocket into the top 10, potentially even top 5, a huge leap that would place him among the likes of Islam Makhachev, Leon Edwards, and Alexander Volkanovski. In short, Chimaev's entry into the pound-for-pound rankings isn't just a symbolic moment. It signals that he's now part of the UFC's elite class, and it raises the stakes for UFC 319, making it a potentially legacy-defining night for the Chechen-Swedish phenom. The road to UFC 319 is heating up, and Chimaev's laser focus proves he's coming for gold. What do you think? Will he dethrone Plessis? Drop your predictions below and hit subscribe to stay updated with all the Fight Week chaos, only on MMA Thread.